All right, my name is Gordon Corsetti. I've got my dad here filming. That's Lou Corsetti. He'll be speaking tomorrow if you're looking on. That's Lou's boss, Steve. It's a fantastic working relationship already. So my presentation today here is something I'm very, very passionate about. I'll give you a little bit as to why, and then show you kind of what we're going to do today. And then my goal is to give you all some practical tools that you can take back, not only for yourselves, but for the players that you're coaching with, the players you're coaching, and the fellow coaches that you have with you. And these are some techniques that I've seen work across all ages, across all backgrounds, across all everything. Because when it gets down to it, this is human stuff. All right, so this is things that I've picked up over the years, mainly for my own self-preservation. For those of you who get Lacrosse Magazine, you might have read last September or so an article called "Lacrosse Saved My Life: A Story of Friendship and Survival." I am a depressive. I also live with generalized anxiety disorder, and I've tried to kill myself in my younger days a few times by a few different methods. Because of what I kind of deem the fallacy or the problem of mental toughness. We ever heard tough it out, just go do it, put on a helmet, grind it out? Have we all heard these things? Have we all repeated these things?
Yes.
Right? I have too. And I did that to myself in a younger age as well. And it worked for a point, up until I started running into a lot of things in my own head that I just wasn't equipped to handle. And as a result, I very nearly took my own life. I took a lot from my friends, my family, and a lot of personal work on my end to figure out what the heck was going on in here that was causing me to have so much difficulty with my everyday life, my competition, my work, my personal life. And so my answer to that, after, let's call it 12 years of soul-searching and researching mental illness, philosophy, psychology, the fear response, stress response, and how we react to one another, and especially to the voice inside of our own head, is how can we do a better job? What's a better strategy than just go do it? Because I'm a big believer in grit and perseverance. It's valuable, it's necessary. But I attack the way that we do it in mostly youth and high school sports that I've seen around the country. I've been all over the place, which is there's no strategy behind that. It's just, what's the problem? No, just effort. Put something out there, right? Is that tracking with everybody here? We've felt some of that in some ways. Maybe we've coached that in our way. Cool. And it's just something that continues to repeat, right? Because we don't really know a better way. This is my answer, or my proposal to mental toughness. It's a thing to supplement that idea. It gives strategy so that mental toughness down the road can be something that a player, that a coach, that a team can embrace after they've picked up some valuable techniques to improve their own self-talk and improve their relationships with one another. So I'm going to talk you all through, that's a little bit about what this is. Mental agility is strategy. My short little story as to why that is and why I picked that term. I used to kickbox in jiu-jitsu while I was doing lacrosse. That was my first love. I hated lacrosse, believe it or not. It's a weird thing to say in this room. I hated playing. I loved it, but I hated playing it because no matter how well the team did or how well I thought I played, if I made one error, that was it. Right? I couldn't enjoy anything. And then somehow I found refereeing, and I suddenly loved the game and stepping out there with stripes, which is really freaking weird. Believe me, I've talked to my therapist about that plenty. So, my kickboxing instructor, a guy named Stephen Broman, he's a former Atlanta police detective in the inner city of Atlanta. He's seen some stuff. He's dealt with some stuff. He's been in a lot of scraps, right? And he's here teaching 16-year-old me how to kickbox, right? And never once did I get punched in the face in sparring and have Stevie B say, just stand there and keep getting hit in the face. He said, Gordon, are you going to move at some point? And then usually the guy hitting me was like, come on, move. Okay, cool, right? So mental agility is this ability to bob and weave and cover up and defend a little bit and to find some space to attack the problem from a different direction. These are the techniques I'll be giving you. But before I do that, I've got to install some information into your heads about how we think. All right, so I'm going to throw a little bit about how the brain has evolved. It's going to shed some light into some past interactions that you guys have had and all of your future interactions. And you're going to remember some things from this talk and you're like, oh, okay, I understand why this thing happened the way that it it did. Right? So I'm going to talk you through the brain. I'm going to talk you through the fear response, the stress response, fight or flight, and how mental agility and the tips I've picked up over the years to help myself on a very extreme basis of depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation can help pretty much anybody else. I've gone this far, right? Everybody else, you pick up a little bit of this, good things can happen in your lives and for the games that you play, right? And the last bit of this talk is going to be some practical tips. It'll be a little bit more interactive. We'll get you up a little bit. We'll get you moving around, get you thinking. And my objective for you is that you get one that really hits home that you take back. And the cards that I gave you all as my website, I've got a whole bunch of resources. I'll give you a little bit towards the end that I'll point you all to. That's not just my own stuff that I pulled from a lot of other resources from a lot of other really smart people. So, you all ready?
Yeah.
Cool.